Yay Media Group.
Where is your stress level or excitement level? Because you have a lot going on this week. By the time this episode is out, it is literally your birthday. I'm saying this whole week is your birthday. I mean, clearly the look. But where's on the scale of 1 to 10, how much are you stressing out around this whole yard sale, drag sale thing that you're doing and inviting random people to your household right now?
I want to say I'm at like a 7 because I've been in the 10. Like I've been in the 10 honestly before this week. Like last week when I was panicking, thinking about like how much I need to have done and being like, oh no, it's impossible. There's too many things.
Yeah,
like that was a 10. I was losing sleep over a 10. Right now I'm at a 7 because for some reason I like tapped in to be the most like focused together person I've ever been in my life. Bitch, I literally spent all night last night making spreadsheets. I made spreadsheets.
First of all, I didn't even know Yvie knew what a Google, doc or a sheets or a spreadsheet. I had no clue that was even in your vibe.
I still don't, girl, to be honest. The only spreading I do is my legs, girl.
Oh my God. No, because this goes back to what I was saying like last week when we were talking and just being like adulting is at a new high. And I am just constantly like trying to figure out what my life is trying to give. And I want to go on a vacation, but I'm trying to be like, well, am I financially like responsible? Like I'm trying to make these tough decisions where I wish I was just like 19-year-old Ryan and would be like, who cares if my, not my stand. Who cares if my, my bank's accounts are in the negative? I'm going to PV. I'm going to this trip. But no, now 32-year-old Ryan, I'm like, I want to be financially responsible. And who cares if I get a whole invite to a branded trip? I'm not going if I'm not prepared.
I don't know, girl. Okay, because that's also the thing is you still deserve to trip. Like a part of what should be my stress right now is that I spent all weekend literally tripping. Like I went to Honcho for the first time.
Oh, what's Honcho?
It's this big queer camp out somewhere in Pennsylvania.
In the middle of nowhere, probably where Get Out took place.
Exactly. Well, no. Because Get Out, they had mowed lawns and shit. Out here, it was like wild. It was literally just a bunch of queers in the woods. And like for like 3 or 4 days, I just spent every day like baking in the sun, like baking in Mother Nature's mushrooms, completely naked. And so to come back to society immediately after that, I don't know, I snapped into right brain mode, but I am celebrating.
I thought, was this also like a festival thing? Because I could have sworn when I was like stalking your stories, you were on stage too. So what, is that a part of this whole thing?
No, okay, so that's what's wild is the only reason I left being a queer naked in the woods with my dick out, like in the drugs in, was I got booked to open for this band. Have you ever heard of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard?
That's their entire name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Works. I have never actually. I thought you were being Yvie. You were just like actually just adding words.
Yeah, just like make it.
Because you are a rapper. You got the bars.
Well, I mean, apparently so are they too. It's just like this Australian jam band. That's got like a cult following. I've like heard my hipster friends talking about them since I was in high school.
Work. So they've been out that long. So this is kind of like a dream that you got to open up for them in some ways. They asked you.
Yeah, it was really dope. And I think the strangest thing about it though was that was also in nature. So bitch, I like was a queer in nature, camping in the woods, no rules, willy out, and then immediately had to go back into society, like for one day.
The willy had to go back in.
Literally, I was crying, putting pants on, being like, I'm going to the airport and I'm still on mushrooms.
Oh my God, that's so wild. Well, I mean, it sounds like you had a good time. I feel like my like weekend was actually so busy. I don't know what got into me, but like I'm really someone that is really bad at saying no. I can't make it. I will always be like, yeah, I'll try to come. Like, I'll make it. And I ended up getting myself stuck into like going to like technically it was 4 events back to back, where I had friends like, a friend of mine had a rosé fest where literally everyone had to bring a rosé bottle and just get drunk in the pool. It was basically a pool day.
Okay, that's kind of cute. I was going to say I would skip that, but pool day, I'm in.
I started the day with that, and then I ended up going to, I was like, okay, I gotta make it to my other friend's event that was kind of like a day party in my neighborhood, and it was like the first time she was doing something like this, and she was selling cocktails, like frozen drinks, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna come and support and like, show the vibes, and that ended up being really fun because I went from like relaxing by the pool to Black people throwing ass to Ying Yang Twins. And then I ended the night at Sam Sanders, podcaster extraordinaire. I ended the night at his wonderful party, which I ended up meeting people from our team. Shout out to Bo, shout out to John. I ended up meeting folks from our team there in real life. I saw Bo and was like, I know I don't know a white man that looks like that. Is that Bo?
Wait, how tall is he? Because I know we're both tall.
Great question. Tall. I think was I a little bit taller than Bo? I had on a loafer. I feel like maybe we were like same height. But Bo doesn't give like short king energy. John, however, we are the same height for sure. Yeah, I was kind of shocked by that.
Well, we are just a podcast full of tall people, which is actually kind of perfect because even our guest today, I was expecting to be around our height. And then when I met them for the first time, it was like the first time I ever had to look up in my life for a reason that wasn't sucking dick.
Wait, so she's taller than you because you're taller than me. I know we're all like tall, but like you're for sure taller than me. That means she has to be a good like 6'5", 6'7".
Yeah, she definitely is. She like at least comes up to RuPaul's kneecaps level,
which is crazy because that's like Dave and Goliath level. Well, I'm so excited to bring in our guest on the show today. Now, y'all might know her as Utica from RuPaul's Drag Race, or you may be getting to know her as Ethan from Project Runway. Can we please bring the icon, the legend, Utica in?
It's happening.
What is going on?
Okay, it's real.
Oh my God.
Amongst bitches.
Hi. First of all, you don't look as tall right now. Maybe it's
I was going to say you look great, but that's only because I can't see you, bitch.
Okay, mama. We're starting this out right. Can't wait.
Utica, it's so nice to meet you. I know you and Yvie have like met, of course, because y'all are Drag Race sisters, but I am such a fan. I want to get that out there. You are just so talented and so incredible. And I think for me, when I was like, what am I going to ask Utica first? And I was like, I kind of just want to get to know, Ethan or Utica, whoever. I think the names will be interchangeable in this conversation for sure. But Utica, how would your best friend describe you?
Oh, they describe me?
Yes.
I would say that my friends would describe me as a warm campfire, but they put a lot of those little snakes in there that when you like, what I'm talking about, or like the little fireworks.
The fireworks snakes that are coal.
Yeah, or
and they just get your hands dirty and stain your sidewalk.
I've never heard of these things. What are they?
The little fireworks snakes?
So yeah, I've never heard. I was like, the only thing that comes to like firesides is marshmallows.
I would say that my entity is very safe. It's very warm. It's very like, a place where you can come to that is just cozy. But it's fun. And like, it's fun. But yeah.
But also, if you touch, you might get burned.
Baby.
If you buck it up, you might get, the other side of Utica.
I can be spicy.
I know you grew up, and especially I remember on Drag Race, it's sort of being a part of your storyline of like, you grew up very religious. And now I feel like you kind of I've heard you describe yourself as this party girl. how have you balanced your strong sense of faith with, this fun, joyful energy that comes with like partying and who you are now? Like, do you still think are you still spiritual in a way?
So when I went on the show, I was balancing like having a really positive religious experience, good people, good community. Of course, it has its naivete of how the world really works. And I think I really wanted to be able to like try to mix the two together. I'm a Gemini. I'm like very, like the dichotomy I think is there and it can be powerful. And the faith got me through really difficult times. And I found that I didn't want to quite give up my religion. But I wanted to adopt my new religion of drag and like being queer. And like, it's like what I believe in because it's what I've made. It is my truth. It is my guiding light. And it's helping me express myself in a way that religion never could. And I wanted to just keep this, this love, these good morals that I got growing up. And as I got into the real world and I experienced Drag Race and I got to go all the way around the world, I realized that my worldview was really closed.
Yeah.
What I believed of the world was wrong. It is so eclectic. There is not just one way to believe. There is so many, and like you can be your own spirituality. And so I wouldn't say that I am like an Adventist anymore, but I will say that I have become my own spirituality, where I don't really take the pillars of the religion with me anymore because I was born into it. I didn't have like a choice growing up. And so as I grew up and I have become my own, I get that choice now. I don't have to bend to something that was spoon-fed to me for my whole life. So I want to believe in something more. And I'm obsessed with like learning everything and like taking it all in and realizing that there isn't just one way anymore. I think that is a completely closed way to think about life. And it closes you off from so many beautiful people in the world. So why would I limit myself when I am infinite?
When you were thinking about that and learning...
she's done mushrooms.
But when you were like thinking about that and kind of understanding that it isn't just one way, did that also trickle into like your politics? And especially as you figured out that your drag is political and the way that you show up in the world is political, was that also a part of your overall journey about learning more about yourself and breaking free from maybe what you were once taught?
Of course. Like, I think that all drag is political because we're bending gender. We are bending this idea that we can be one thing, that we are one thing. And I realized that, with the pillars of the religion, it's not gonna help with the change.
Yeah.
Like religion is so steadfast in their beliefs and they're relatively closed-minded. And so I realized I was like, I need to open up my mind. I need to open up my heart. I need to open up everything to let the world in.
Is your family still that religious? Like, is your family still in like the religion heavy?
So, my parents, of course, are still like, this is their light, this is their truth. So, of course, they're still in it. But they've grown to accept that it is not something that you push in somebody.
Yeah.
It is, we have become individuals in our own right, and we live a beautiful life with what we believe in. So I
feel like my mom's on that journey right now too. I totally can relate to that, where she's like finally at her age is like realizing like, oh, this is my child and I'm going to ask certain things to show my child that I do care and will always be there. And so I totally relate to that.
Exactly. And I think we need more of that.
For sure.
I think believe what makes your heart happy, but don't let it exclude the people you love. Don't let it exclude the, others that are in the quote unquote other. Because you don't know when some faggot is going to come into your life and change it.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're going to exclude these queer people, they're the best people.
Highkey.
We have Brooklyn Hytes, the Queen of the North, the Rob Queen of season 11, here on set, looking cunty, ready to break up with Miss Vanjie again.
The internalized like femphobia and the mask for mask culture that is like in queer spaces that is rooted in things that like often queer people cis gay men specifically have to unlearn. I wonder, does that also impact the ways that you date, right? Because like, do people automatically, yes, you have drag queen fuckers, but like people outside of that, do they want someone that dresses up as a woman or dresses up and expresses themselves in this way? Does that impact the way that you navigate kind of dating in this space?
Probably. I mean, unfortunately, the guys I tend to be most attracted to are more in the masculine scale of things. And I find that masculine guys date people who look like them. Masculine guys also want another masculine guy. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel very, in a way, lost in the community because I know I'm a drag queen, but I don't know where I fit in. Like, I don't feel like I fit into any pockets. I know I'm feminine, but I'm also 6'4",
8 feet
person.
tall. Yeah.
So yeah. I'm not like this little twink running around. I'm also almost 40. So but I'm also not a muscle circuit gay. I'm not a bear. I'm not anything. So I'm just I feel like I just kind of float between everybody. And I have a lot of friends who are big, muscly circuit guys, and then I have twink friends, and then I have so I kind of just float between all these pockets of people, and I just don't feel like I fit into any of them.
There's a reason why I asked that, because the way that you talk about your gender and the way that you express your gender, it sounds like a person like myself that identifies as a non-binary person, right? And
yeah,
I when it's like sisters, when we see each other, we see each other. So is that something that, and you just said that you're 40, I'm language has evolved and experiences and finding out about yourself also comes with more life being lived, and wonder if that's something that you've explored, not just necessarily being the he, him of it all. And then of course, I feel like drag queens have kind of that layer of protection of some ways of they can kind of exist in the middle and be called she, her, but until you're explicit, no, this is my gender identity. That's
until you're on the apps with no face pic and you're my pronouns are him whole.
I'm just a they them with long COVID.
Oh my God. That is actually my identity now.
That is your identity. People call me he. A lot of times people call me she, even when I look like this. And it just, none of it matters to me personally. I understand why it would bother other people or it would be a thing for other people. But for me, it just I'm he, okay, she, okay. So maybe I am non-binary, but I'm also I don't want to be I'm non-binary because I don't feel like I need to declare that. So it's just one of those things that I'm kind of call me something as long as you call me.
Just
that's how I feel about it.
Just see me.
Just see me.
That's
yeah,
real. That's so real.
It doesn't. For me personally, it's never been a big issue.
I have to say though, oh fuck. Like talking to you sometimes breaks my heart, Brooke, because like I don't know, I relate to so much of like what you said about feeling like you're floating between categories, floating between people. And it was specifically that feeling that led me to drag, that made me like the very fiery person that we met as, because I didn't have a place. So I was fighting down like all these communities. And I don't know, it's strange for me to see somebody who is so revered, is so loved. And like it's a weird reminder that like we all still are dealing with our bullshit. And girl, it's just so strange because I feel like if you it all comes down to like us. I feel like if you were the cunt that you are in drag about the rest of your life, like if you were like, yes, I fit everywhere, clearly I'm the diva in the room, like, but it's also an act and I understand it.
But do you know how
weird? You're that bitch.
No, but do you know how beautiful that is to like hear both of you who are both these drag stars and someone who is not in that space at all and just kind of has been a fan, has watched you all on TV. It's beautiful to know that like no matter what, no matter how stunning or how much like talent is inside of us, like we all deal with the same levels of insecurities, right? Like we still all like feel those human things. And it really, I think that's the reason why a lot of people like see themselves in drag. They see themselves in the work that you all put out into the world. It's really, really beautiful.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I just like, the older I get, I think when I was younger, I definitely tried to put on an air of like, I didn't even try to put it on. It was just the way I carry myself. I know I'm very non-approachable, and I know I can be a little bit cold, and it's because I have good posture, and that's not my fault.
And you're a ballet dancer. Like all ballet dancers are kind of cold.
Yeah, exactly. But we're very like Yvie said, very cat-like, and like when you first meet me, I'm not a super loud person. I'm a sit back and observer kind of person. So I understand all these things of like why people have these conceptions of me that I'm a bitch and all that stuff. But I'm really not. I'm a very sensitive person. I'm a very, I feel a lot of things and I feel them very deeply. And I think the older I've gotten, I've been able to, and especially with hosting the show and stuff, I just want to like the kids I judge and stuff, I want to more impart on them that I go through things too, and I understand what it's like being up there, and I understand the feelings they're having, and it's okay. And like, this doesn't make them crazy, because I think when you're in that bubble, you can a lot of times feel crazy and feel very alone. And just to let them know that like I struggle with shit too. Just because
no,
you're so famous doesn't mean like all your problems go away. In fact, a lot of times it means you get a lot more of them.
Or that the ones that already existed are like exacerbated.
Oh, that's under the magnifying glass.
Girl, like that's why I was like so touched by what you were saying. Is it took Drag Race shining a light on all the things that I was saying about like, oh, I'm such a weirdo and I'm such an outsider to see, like for me to see. But you are literally pushing people away. Mind you, that is a competition show, and I did really badly want to win. But
you're not worried about this. Ain't RuPaul's Friends Race. You know? That's real.
But underneath that, it's strange how getting to see yourself reflected back on TV can help you learn something about maybe what you want out of the future, your relationships. What's something you've seen? It can be Canada's Drag Race. It can be a Neutrogena Nair commercial. But like, what's something you've seen reflected back on TV that has helped you learn?
That's helped me learn. I think definitely like there's a couple of things. Like during our season, I think I learned that I need to, like I said, not take myself so seriously and not be such like a pageant ballerina, and just learn it's okay to be stupid. And because like the whole point of the show really is to make Brooke laugh. Like that's why we're all there. Like, so just to like relax and just relax a little bit and just have fun and let yourself go. And then I think for Canada's Drag Race, I've learned that I have to kind of, which I'm a very direct person, and like I come from we all know I come from the ballet world, and just like when you get a critique or a correction, it was like, this is what's wrong, it was bad, fix it.
Go do it.
So that's kind of the way I critique people, and I have to kind of learn to like soften that a little bit and like wind my way in there, and like, but I wish I didn't have to do that, quite honestly, because I feel like I want to just be able to be like, hey, that was horrible. Maybe let's not do that again.
Yeah.
But I understand that not all people will receive it that way. And so yeah.
Wait, so when you hear queens are the fan base, compare international seasons to like American seasons, how annoying is that? Because it seems like the way that you talk about Canada's Drag Race, it's like it's your love, and one, you know, it's great. And so like, how do you receive? What's your reaction to that when you hear people kind of shitting on international like seasons and like franchises?
I don't care. Is how I feel. I don't care. Because here's the thing.
It's so legit.
I don't care. And here's the thing. Like, I realized probably like a couple years ago for the first time, I was like, they just shit on everything. People shit on everything. They don't just shit on international seasons. They shit on American Drag Race. They shit on RuPaul. They shit on me. They shit on Nikki. Everybody. We all get it. And it's really comforting to know. And I realized that because I guess like Ru made a decision or something that people didn't agree with. And they were just like, yeah, this is the worst season of Drag Race ever. And I was like, oh, see, it happens to Mother. So if it happens to Mother, like it's not just me. Like I remember during the first season of Canada's Drag Race, it was very like, because I didn't really receive a lot of hate on my season. And then the first season of Canada's Drag Race, I didn't receive a lot of hate. So I wasn't really familiar with that kind of tidal wave of negativity coming at you until season 1 of Canada's Drag Race. And then people had opinions. And I mean, I get why they had opinions, but that was really hard to deal with. So that definitely took a moment. And then I think the longer I do it, the more I just relax and I'm like, it's fine. And also like people will be mad for 2 days and then another episode of another season will air and they'll be mad at that one. And like, it's just not that serious.
Okay, I really like that you said that because I'm somebody who is really actually in love with the fact that queer people have a sport for us. We have a whole sports show we can watch.
Yes.
We have like a whole franchise that we can get into and get into fights about. But just like sports fans, like, girl, none of it is that serious. And like,
it's really
I love to talk shit. I'm a negative person, girl. You survived a whole season of me just being. I did. We sat there and we were the meanest people about everybody. Only one of us might have caught it all on camera, but
I was smart.
But like, I like to talk shit. It is how you critique the world around you.
I do too.
Yeah, you smart ass bitch.
She was a producer from the jump, bitch. She was a producer.
She really was. But like, that's the thing is we should be able to talk shit without it meaning anything. You should be able to give love without it meaning anything. And instead of like flooding somebody's bullshit with all the shenanigans that really don't matter, I want to see people start coming up to me in person and saying the sorts of things they say online.
Oh, girl, they'll never do that, honey.
I would pay them.
Never do that.
I will pay you. If you hate me, I will pay you to come to one of my shows, which means you're also paying me too.
Yeah.
And just say some rude shit to me. Just like say it because I want to see how it feels doing it in person. It's probably gonna make me pop chubs.
Well, as I say, how much money is on the table so I can come to your next show and just do it myself?
I was like, me and Ryan are gonna show up and be like, listen, you trash bag bitch.
Yeah, let's just split it, sis.
Let's do it. Real.
I'm there.
Okay.
I'm there.
All right. So we love to ask every guest on the show, what are you high-key about currently? And that could be literally anything.
I am high-key about CIA thriller dramas on TV.
Which one are you watching? Tell us now.
Oh, honey, anything. I don't know if it's the environment we're living in, but like anything. Like I love House of Cards. I just watched Homeland. Bitch, Homeland.
Yeah.
Madam Secretary. The Diplomat.
Such a good one.
I just started watching. Have you ever watched Alias?
No.
That's the one where she wears a bunch of wigs, right?
Yeah. So obviously I was like, okay, I'm into it. But I love it because it's like that. It's like that, but it's like early 2000s, like super like cheesy. Like the music and everything is so cheesy and it's amazing. So yeah, I don't know what it is about those because I'm not usually a person who likes tense situations or likes stuff like that. But for some reason, this specific vein, I really enjoy.
Oh my God. Well, Brooklyn Hytes, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you for being on Highkey. Come back anytime you want.
Yes.
I will.
Thank you for coming down to visit.
Of course. I love you both.
Highkey. Highkey.
You know who is the main character at the table?
Yes, especially our table, our special guest, the queen of everything. Alaska is joining Highkey.
Yes, hi.
Highkey. All you gotta hear is hi and know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. Please welcome the legend, the icon, Alaska to Highkey.
Wow. How's it going?
Hi. You're so cute.
You really are. This is so like ugly Christmas coded.
Thank you. It is giving holiday. It's giving cozy. I don't know. Like I think about the last time I saw you 6 years ago to this day. We were just watching the video and we were actually talking. We weren't talking shit about Yvie, oddly, but it was around the time Yvie was, going through her drama on Twitter and yelling at everyone.
Which one?
Yeah. And I was just like, I can't believe we're now all sitting together. It's just so interesting how life is and how it all works. How the hell have you been? How's life?
I've been good. This is actually my grandmother's sweater.
Oh shit! I didn't mean ugly Christmas sweater. I meant cherished.
No, it goes into that territory.
No, for sure.
But like, it's so she was French Canadian and she was very like flamboyant with her like clothes.
Yeah,
like, she would wear like fur coats with like hats, and like I got a bunch of hats like when she passed away, and like this is a sweater. Look at how weird. This is the jumping frog.
It's honestly the best thing. And it's probably would have been like $70 at like the Silver Lake flea market.
Oh, yeah. Girl.
And there's mushrooms. I don't know what this is about.
That is like that's like literally my Christmas. Every year, me and whoever I can convince to be in my house, all just like drop a bunch of acid or mushrooms and we do Tripmas every year.
Oh, that's lovely.
Tripmas is crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like your sweater, like your grandma would have had a ball at my Tripmas.
She really would have.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you incorporate more of like her stuff into your drag?
The stuff that fit. She was like very tiny.
I mean, the sweater fits, so I'm just like...
Barely.
She's like, it's safety pinned together in the
like, literally.
If I breathe, it's ripping off like the Incredible Hulk. It's like, yeah, we're for sure witnessing a transformation. But it's incredible just to like think about you and all the incredible like work that you've been able to do. And I mean, your history and Drag Race has changed so much.
Yeah.
Since you've been on, I mean, what, season 5 was your original season, and then All Stars 1, which...
All Stars 2.
Two.
Oh
we don't talk about one.
We don't talk about All Stars 1.
I wasn't on 1.
No,
you were on 2, which is no shade the more iconic one.
Well,
it's kind of like the one that made All Stars All Stars.
Yeah, it's like legit. Obviously, no secret. Everybody in the fandom like was a little pissy about All Stars 1 being like, "Oh my God, why did they do that? Like, why did they pair these bitches up?" And then All Stars.
Oh, that's right. It was the pairing of like the friendship race,
and it was like All Stars 2 when we got some of like the fiercest competition I think people had seen. That kind of set the standard for what All Stars would become, where you really are taking these people who the fans love, who everybody wanted to see more of, and you're watching them do the most elevated version of their drag, and then after that, it became whatever I got on.
But the crazy funny thing is, I feel like y'all both were, I mean, low-key, like in your villain eras when y'all were on Drag Race at the time. Some would say.
True, never.
Some would say. I guess, how do you reflect? Have you been thinking about, do you always think about your time on Drag Race? I mean, all you do is talk about Drag Race like now, but how do you reflect on it now, what it was and what it is now?
It's like, now at this point, it's like looking back at like a photo album of like your younger self and being like, oh, what an adorable but also stupid child.
I mean, but luckily for that adorable but stupid child, I have to say, like, it's so boring of me to be like, I was such a big fan, but legitimately,
hell yeah,
I was such a major fan of what you were doing on that space and in that space. And it's kind of a trip to see how radical some of the things you were doing were for their time. Do you ever look at contestants who are on Drag Race now and be like, you're welcome. I allowed you to be this garbage.
Yeah, sure. I see the reverberations and the like.
Who comes to mind when you think about
like
that?
Lydia Collins she's from Pittsburgh and she's dating a drag queen and like she like wears like trash sometimes. So like I see the
Space
parallels.
Yeah.
But I love that because everything that I have ever done has been referencing something else or stolen from someone else.
Girl, I love that.
So I'm like, please steal everything.
What's your favorite thing that you stole and got credit for? Because I can say a couple of mine.
Well, Hytes is stolen.
Is it really? From who?
It came from like Angina has said it on Drag Race, and Mystique Summers Madison also said it on Drag Race.
Wow, everything you've done has been stolen.
Did it come from that like Barbie YouTube show? Because do you know what I'm talking about?
No, it didn't come from that, but it came from Coco Ferocia and Isis Mirage, who are from the UK, and they did like a Drag Race recap. So like of season 4. So we would watch that and they would start every episode with hi.
Wow.
And so I was like, I think these girls are cool. I hope they're going to talk about me. So I'm going to say their catchphrase a lot.
Yeah.
Hope it stays in.
But unfortunately, it's been like, oh no, that's Alaska's tag.
And now everyone says it's mine. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a trip though, to think that you impacted the culture so much that you like copyrighted a greeting.
That is crazy.
Like, yeah. Hi is now Alaska's thing. And it's really interesting. What's something that like you maybe didn't think was going to be as big as it was that made an impact in the culture? It doesn't even have to be like a saying, a look, but you really did do a lot.
I mean, the music alone, if you think about like the music that you put out into the world, I'm like, it just has always hit.
Well, thank you.
It's always hit.
I think Lil Pound Cake was like
absolutely
was a great thing. Also stolen.
Bitch, what?
The name comes from an SNL sketch. You can look it up on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
It's about a doll that gives HPV vaccinations.
Which
like honestly, an easy way of giving
Lil Pound Cake looks like she does that still to this day.
She does.
I don't know. She looks like she gives kids HPV.
She does.
She just gives you the cure and she gives it to you. Yeah, for sure.
I'm curious though. Like, what did you ever have any artistic ambitions outside of the world of drag? Like, obviously, we're all queers who fell into this crisscrossing dress-up game, but I feel like a lot of people I've spoken to really were like trying to be an actor, a singer, like.
And they were like, "This is our way in."
Yeah, and then you just started doing drag because you're like, well, I guess I'm half trans.
Well,
right? I don't know about that.
Girl, that was me. I was like, I'm so twinky.
I can see the journey.
Yeah, I'm so twinky. I don't feel like a man. I am definitely way too tall to be a woman, but I can play this little fantasy and for once be in charge of the way people
explore your gender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was very that. I moved to LA with the intention of being an actor. And I was like, because I was doing drag in Pittsburgh a little before that, but I was like, okay, I'm done with that. I'm going to be a serious actor. And then I realized that being a serious actor is hard and takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
And also, like you said, I was a skinny, kind of awkward, kind of piercings in my face and a sideways haircut. And who was this? What role was I going in for?
I don't know. It sounds like something Ryan Murphy would have cast.
Well, now, but like back then, it was like there were no roles for that. So I was like, fuck, I can't do this. So I just did drag for like fun to soothe my soul. And that's when I found my community. And that's when I like got jobs offered to me. Yeah. So I was like, maybe I should just fucking do this.
Do you think your time on Drag Race was a great representation of you, right? Like, I mean, probably you in a time capsule sort of way at that time. But I always love asking queens this because there's always a character. There's a storyline, there's a narrative, it's reality TV. Yeah. And I always wonder, did that, when you watched it back or when you finally finished season 5 of Drag Race, you were like launched into like fandom and like fame, did it actually feel like it resonated with you and who you built Alaska to be?
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty accurate to what was going on. Like season 5, I was an awkward, insecure child. Yeah. And then All Stars 2, I was mentally unstable. So
do you regret going, like having that mentally unstableness actually on camera? You were like, I'm leaning into it. It's fine.
It's great TV.
Yeah. But did you understand that during All Stars 2?
No.
That's kind of like, you look at it now and you reflect like, okay, it's great TV. But like before you're literally like going through it, like having full-on temper tantrums.
Yeah, I was having trouble.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on the show. We really appreciate you. You were so good.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're so fab.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thanks for being queer. And thanks for sitting in the same trash as me, my dear.
Tell Little Pound Cake we said hi.
She's right here. Mama, you were
I was one of your pound cakes.
Yeah.
That was like one of right before Drag Race came into my existence for real. Like the highlight of my little queer life was getting the offer to be your little pound cake in Denver. The only issue was I was all the way across the state, like basically in Nebraska, like with my mom and her blood family that I had never met before at a shooting range. And then Alaska wants you to be little pound cake. And the way we drove all the way back, our car broke down. I was pushing it. I got in drag in the car, which looks basically like this.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Thank you for letting me pound you, girl.